me. Whoa, something is cool.
In the river of life, there is a rhythm beyond the day and beyond the dead. In the river of faith, washing the water back to the man that you long to be. Back to the man that you...
Hello there, this is Patty with the G Team Paranormal, and I'm here in my old house in Seminole. Mike's mom and brother finally moved out, and the house is up for sale. There's a few things that need to be done. They've left it in a big mess. There's holes in the walls. There's all kinds of damages done here. It's unbelievable. The realtor told me about it today. So we came here to evaluate it ourselves and check things out. It was very creepy coming up in here because we do know that the house is haunted. It's been haunted since I've lived here. I have Heather with me.
Hey guys, we're sitting in my brother's room right now. So what you see, that smoke, it's actually sage.
Yeah.
We're trying to kind of clarify the room and get anything evil out of here because we know there's still something here.
Yes.
It's a very uneasy feeling.
It is. It's a very uneasy feeling right now. We haven't been in this room since we moved out of this house, which was only like 4 months after Gary passed away. This is where he passed away at. Actually, right there. That's where his bed was, right there. And it was right like in that whole corner there, and he was kind of like right.
He died about. Is that where the circle is?
Yeah.
Somebody put a circle on the ground.
I believe it was the police that day. Is it still there?
Yeah, there's a circle right here.
Okay.
So that's, I think, where he died.
That's that where he died. Okay. So he was sitting on the side of the bed, but his feet were right there where that circle is. So this is the room that my son Gary passed away in. It's very hard for us to be here. We just actually have been sitting here for probably what, a good 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's
before I turned on the camera.
Yeah, it's hard to be in here because this is where he took his last breaths. This room is where our entire lives changed, like everything. And when we found out that my brother died in this room. So it's very hard to be here. Our lives have been rearranged and disassembled ever since that day. So hopefully tonight we can try to talk to whatever's in here, because I feel like there's something evil here. And I want to ask, like, did he or it make my brother do what he did? So, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that that's what we need to do, because even long before, and Heather can contest to this, even long before this happened to Gary told us this room was haunted, that the entire house was haunted.
Yeah. I hated coming in this room because there was so many evil things that had happened. It's heavy in here.
It fucking makes it hard for me to breathe in
Yeah,
here.
what the fuck? You guys feel like that?
Yeah.
It's hard for all of us to breathe in here right now. Joe and Rob have now joined us. There's Joe, and there's Rob. Joe is actually sitting in the spot where Gary took his last breath, and this room right here has always been a very strange room in this house. We have had so many people over the years tell us that they've seen and heard things in this room, including Gary. Now, Heather had some experience when she was younger. All the grandkids have. Actually, 2 of the grandkids were afraid to even sleep in this room because they said that somebody would whisper in their ears. One of Gary's girlfriends one time come running out of here one morning, and she was freaking out, and I asked her what was wrong, and she said There was somebody whispering in my ear. It sounded like a woman. Also, there's been an Indian seen in this home by several people over the 15 years I lived here. But we're going to start in this room by doing some EVPs and see if we can communicate with Gary and also with whatever entity is here. So I'm going to point the camera towards that corner because that's kind of the area where a lot of things would happen in this room. Okay, this is a spirit box in case you don't know, whoever's here. I know Gary's very familiar with it, but you can communicate with us through this box. So if there's someone here other than my son Gary, please come forward and tell us who you are and what you're doing here.
It's so hard to breathe in here, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello? Who's with us? Gary, is that you? It's really sad for us to come here. It's the first time I've been here in this room since I moved out 2.5 years ago. Who's telling me to get out? Gary, is that you or is that the other person that's here?
It's me? I don't know.
What?
Gary, is that you? This room is very active with EVPs. Because didn't we do it before here? With somebody else. Gary, are you here? Who's here?
Who's the person that always whispered in everyone's ears around here? Are you still here?
Do you have any messages for us?
Gary, is the dark spirit here that was with you the night that you did what you did? Do we have anything to be worried about here, Gary? Evil. I just heard evil. Did you hear that? So the evil is gone. Where's it at now?
It's like they're arguing.
It is. That's what happened before.
Yeah, they argue back and forth. Every time we come in.
about the way they left this house. Gary, what were the last thoughts you had in your head the night that you died? Can you tell us? Do you remember punching that hole in the wall?
Hey, Mom.
Is Mike with you? Could be radio interference. I don't know the difference. It's stuffy in this room, so we're going to move on to a different room, okay? What move? Are you serious?
Then flip it up our neck. I got it on camera because I'm filming this way.
I just heard no wind.
Something just moved on the floor, though. Did you just see that?
You see
My camera
something?
just caught whatever was on the floor there.
If there's something in this room, can you please show yourself through our cameras?
I don't like this corner of the room at all.
That's the corner where a lot of... Ooh, I'm afraid to talk. I keep getting stuff. That's the corner where a lot of people, in that area right there, where a lot of people heard whispering and seen things in that particular corner. And then right about where you're sitting is where Gary was when he passed away. And Joe didn't even know that when he came here. He automatically came and stood right in that spot. Okay, we're going to walk through the house.
You want to do that?
Yeah. Because it's getting very stuffy in here. But you said you've seen these pages in the Bible move?
Yeah.
Wow, and you caught that on camera? Good.
You
might have.
Okay.
So,
I got it on camera if it is.
So Heather and I are now in the room that used to be Heather's room, actually. When we first moved in here, this was her bedroom.
Yep, I was like 15, 16 years old. This was my room. And this was also, when I moved out, my mom rented it out to her friend Jeff. And unfortunately, this is where he passed away. So, which was right over there in the corner of the room. He had a heart attack and died. And he was found several hours later. We don't really know how long. Did he ever get an autopsy?
No, they never did an autopsy, but the coroners felt that it was a heart attack.
Yeah.
So,
And Jeff was a really awesome person.
he was
a very good friend to my mom and Mike and everybody.
Yep, him and Mike were like best buddies,
So,
and
it was very sad.
It was very sad, and he was 51, just like Mike.
51.
He was 51. He was a little bit older than Mike and I, and he was 51 years old. What was that loud noise? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know.
The hell?
Like big.
Something outside. Anyway, so yeah, this house has a lot of sadness. I mean, we've lost two people that we love dearly, especially, of course, Gary. You know, he's my son and Heather's brother. It's just really sad, and to see how they've left it. The tenants that were here, which was Mike's mom and brother, left it in such a mess. You know, it was a clean house, decent shape when they moved in here, and they just left it in a mess. So I took lots of pictures so I can show them.
There's pills all over the
Yeah,
ground.
so I can show the pictures to the attorney, which he's going to be handling a lot of this, like cleaning up and things like that. But, you know, this is a nice sized bedroom. It used to be a one-car garage, and before we bought the house back in 2001, the house was converted over. Well, I mean, this room was converted over.
Yeah, it used to be a garage.
Yeah, it used to be a garage. It was converted over into a bedroom back in the 90s, I believe I was told. So, anyway, it's just a very sad room as well as the other one because of the fact that, you know, we lost Jeff in this room. There was a long time after he died that I couldn't even come in this room after finding him on that floor right there dead, and he had been there for probably 12 hours, they said.
Yeah.
And
you know, it's weird when you come in this house, or especially this room or Gary's old room, you get like this feeling. It's like a really uneasy feeling, and it's sadness. Like, you get extremely sad. You walk in the front door and you feel like you kind of want to just turn around and get out. Like,
Yeah.
it's not... I never really liked coming over here those last couple years that you had the house because it just felt like there was something here.
I know. Can't stop coughing because it's kind of dusty in here, and they had a cat, and there's cat hair everywhere, and I'm highly allergic to
All over
cats.
the place.
We see it everywhere, and Heather and I both are allergic to cats, so we've been coughing quite a bit since we've been here. Like, look right there, there's a big old wad of cat hair. They didn't clean nothing up, really. But it is, it's like a sadness here, you know. I'll never forget the times I did come in this room after Jeff died, when I was finally able to come back in here. I remember coming in here and just sitting here and trying to talk to Jeff, because that was the first time, really, that I ever...
Lost somebody like
So,
a friend, that
yeah.
close, and you finding him.
And finding
you
him.
never found anybody like that
Right.
before.
That was my
So-
first time ever finding someone
Yeah. And then
dead.
unfortunately, a few years later, you find your son.
No. And Jeff always worried about Gary when he was alive. Remember how much he always worried about him?
Mm-hmm.
He would actually sit in here and cry sometimes, and I'd ask him, why are you crying? And he just said, I'm so worried about Gary, you know. And
Because Gary was going through a lot of stuff
Yeah.
for a while there. We dealt with things for years for him because of the brain
Mm-hmm.
tumors and stuff, so it was
yes.
sad.
This is the room where somebody passed. Right?
Yes, it is. This is the room where Jeff passed away. I remember me telling you the story about Jeff. There's so much sadness in this entire house, and especially in this room and in the room
It really
Gary
is.
died
You
in.
can feel it.
You can
You
feel
okay?
it. Are you okay?
I'm not. It's really sad. I'm missing my boys so much. I just cut.
Oh, man.
No, I'm not alright.
Oh, my
I'm
God,
gonna take a
Joe.
break.
Maybe he needs to
Okay.
take a break
Okay.
for a minute. 'Cause
All right, we're going to take a break. Joe's really sad right now. He's crying, so I'm going to take a break. Okay, so We just turned the camera back on. Joe was very upset. He got very emotional here. He said that he definitely felt a lot of sadness in this house.
Yeah. I
And,
definitely feel it.
We do too, actually. I mean,
I wanted to cry when I first got here.
Me too.
So it's a lot of sadness.
I did cry when I first got here. When I walked into Gary's room, I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
And, which is understandable. But we would sit in his room a little longer, but unfortunately that was the cat's room, and there's a lot of cat hair in there. We could barely breathe in that room. We will walk back through there before we leave, though.
There's more cat hair here
I
too.
know, it's everywhere. They left this place in such a mess. I'm so disappointed in this.
Yeah.
But I just hope Joe's okay.
I know. We wish you could check on him.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm not sure where they're at right now. But, you know, this room here was Heather's room when we first moved in the house. I believe I already said that. And
Yeah. Yeah, it was my room and then Jeff's room. And then my mom stayed in here too for a little while.
yeah,
So
I remember putting that mirror up on the wall.
I'll tell you though, this is the only room in this entire house when I was younger that I felt safe in. I don't know why, but do you remember me telling you that?
Yes, I do. Oh, here comes Rob now.
Hey, how's it going?
He's doing alright.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna come back in here. He's feeling better.
Okay.
He just kinda got overwhelmed a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know?
I figured that
A
much.
lot of stuff going on in this place, you know?
I know. That's for sure.
A lot of history.
It is. Three people have died here. The original owner of this house that purchased this house in 1969 died a year after he bought this house in this home.
Well, then there's 4 people that died, Mom.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
Gary, Jeff, and then the original owner, and then Mike's family that lived here. His brother's girlfriend died.
Yeah. She didn't die in the home?
Not in the home, but she lived here.
Yeah, she lived
She
here.
got sick and went to the hospital and died.
Yes, it's true. You okay, Joe?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm really sorry. I feel kind of embarrassed, you know.
That's okay, Joe. It's understandable.
It's so sad. Whole experience.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. I didn't have to cut your film or anything, you know.
No,
That's
it's
okay.
No big deal.
That's okay.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. I guess I've just had a lot of things going on.
And the thing is, you know, you've heard all these stories about Gary because you're like part of our family now, you know, and we've gotten so close, and you've heard all the stories, and, you know, now you're here and it's reality. It's like you're here in the home where you've heard all the stories,
Yeah.
you know.
I think really what it really is, yeah, I think that's part of it.
And
Been missing the kids a
missing
lot
your
lately.
kids, yes.
And just coming here and just this feeling in here is just so sad and
Yeah.
just bad. I mean,
I know. Should we do some EVPs in this room too, you guys?
Yeah.
let's do
I think
that.
so.
Okay, I'm going to put the camera right over towards the area there where Jeff passed away.
Have you come to see your kids anymore lately?
Yeah, recently. I'm gonna be here next week, so
Oh, good. Okay.
yeah. Joey's birthday's tomorrow, so yeah, 21.
That's cool.
That's that's right, because you have 4 kids, right?
Yeah.
Girl, boy, and then 2 boys. Little boys.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to turn the spirit box on. Jeff, we'd like to communicate with you. There I go again, getting folded up in the chair.
Buddy's having some major issues with the chair.
Oh gosh, we always find something to laugh. It's making me cough in here though from all this cat hair. Okay, we're going to try to communicate with Jeff or whatever else may be in this room. If there's any other spirits here, please come forward and communicate with us. Jeff, if you're here, please say your name really loud so we can hear you. Jeff, are you here? Jeff, it was never confirmed how you died. Can you tell us what happened? I just heard heart attack.
That's right.
Jeff, did you know there was something wrong with you? We've always wondered.
Had a heart attack and happened to me.
Jeff, do you remember Gary coming in here and communicating with you after you died? Can you tell me about that?
It's like getting very active.
Jeff, were you the one that made the radio come on about 2 weeks after you died? And the smoke alarm? Remember that night?
Jeff, what was my nickname that I called you? We had something we said to each other every time we seen each other. What was it? How many spirits are in here with us? Is there anything evil in here?
Jeff, whatever is evil in this home, did that have anything to do with your death? Jeff, if you're with us and you can hear me, say your name.
What's your last name? How long did you lay here for before you were found? How many hours?
Jeff, do you know who found you? Can you say the name of the person that found you dead?
You did.
Yep.
You found him or was
Yes,
it I?
I'm the one who found him.
Oh my god. Forgot. Jeff, did you die on Friday the 13th or was it Saturday the 14th? open this text message that made it really
Sounds like a lot of stuff coming through. Was there something evil that caused your death, Jeff, or were you just sick? Because I remember many times when we went on vacations, you would always call me and say, when are you guys coming back? Because you got creeped out here alone. And you said this house creeped you out more than any other house ever did. Do you remember that? When you died, did you find out if there was something here?
Jeff, what's your favorite football game that we would watch together? Yeah, there is a lot of stuff trying.
You think you can make out any of this right away, or?
Some of it, you're gonna have to definitely play it back and see what it's saying.
You making out any of it, Rob? This is so much, you know? Okay, well, we're going to walk through the house, okay? Thank you for talking to us.
Welcome. That's what I heard.
We love you very much. We love all of you, and we miss you very much. This is the window to the room where Gary was when he died, and this is the window where I seen him last. I looked through the window, and I actually passed out and hit the ground shortly afterwards. Don't remember much after that. I remember the paramedics being here and me coming to and hearing the news about my son, which was heartbreaking. And I just didn't want to believe it. So I'm going to kind of take you through a tour. We used to sit out here a lot. You may have seen a picture of Gary sitting in a blue chair, like looking to, yes, I do, of Gary sitting in a blue chair facing the road, which there's a lake right across the street from the house. You can't see it because it's dark out, but he would sit out here all the time, smoke a cigarette right here. This is his favorite spot to sit. I used to sit out here with him as well.
And it sings a song to me that the hardest thing to be is inside you and inside me. The march is hard, but it's not too far. sun meets the sea, hear you calling out to me, where the glory of God is rising. Where the sun meets the sea, hear you calling out to me, where the glory of God is rising. It's beneath every mountain, inside every tree. It's behind every cloud and it's under the sea. And it comes in a whisper and never a scream. And it sings a song to me, something beautiful and free, something merciful and strong. And I start to sing.
Yeah. What was there, something out front? I heard Heather say.
Shooting star went over the house.
Oh, really?
Bright shooting star. It was
Oh,
really cool.
wow.
Let's do one last look at Gary's room.
Yep, one last look at the room before the house gets sold. I have all my things sitting here that I brought here. And this is where they marked the floor. When he passed away, this is where they marked the floor. This is where his feet were, in this area right here. It's a very sad room. My memories in this room, just sad. It really is. I'm just. I know he's in a better place, and I know he's still with me, but it's not the same. I love you very much, Gary. I know you can hear me. I talk to you all the time. This is from when Mike kicked the door in to save Gary. He tried to save him, but it was too late. He kicked the entire door in because he saw him through the window. Mike told me not to come look through the window, and he just said call 911, but I made the mistake of looking through that window, and that's when I passed out. It's okay. Oh, you just got real blurry. Holy smokes.
Got blurry?
Yes.
That's weird.
Whoa.
That's funny.
Like real blurry.
Am I still blurry?
Yes. So's Rob.
Let me move. Is it just right there?
Okay, now you're not blurry.
What?
You both were just extremely blurry right there by the door.
Still?
Nope, now you're not.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
That is very weird. Wow. Okay, well, you guys want to walk around anymore, or?
Yeah, I think it's kind of sad. You want to head out?
Yeah, it is sad.
I think we should. Let's get everything together.
Okay. We can always swing by their grave on the way out of here if you want.
Oh, have you guys seen their grave yet?
Haven't seen the grave. You want to do that, Rob?
Yeah,
can
it's
swing
just
by
it's
there.
also home. We'll be turning right in front of it.
Yeah, it's actually on the way home,
So we
and
can
they're
stop and get some furniture.
parked. They're parked. They're buried right in a corner. We can park right by their graves.
Hey, Patty.
What?
You know how the door in there, well, the big door slammed earlier, right?
Yeah.
So Rob and I are in there. We could hear you guys talking outside, so like, okay, no problem. The door behind us closes with no wind, but it's not the first door, it's the second door.
Whoa.
And all the windows are closed.
Wow.
Freaky.
Oh my gosh.
You have to come back here because
Okay.
this is where we heard the growl.
Okay.
The second time, Patty. I'll follow you. I'm right behind you, kid.
Alrighty. Did you hear something?
Did you not hear that?
I thought I heard something, but I wasn't sure.
Let's see. We were all just in here. Maybe we should have done this with the lights off to begin with. Was that you?
The hell was that?
What are you talking about?
I just heard a heavy breathing sound.
Alright, let's get out of here, guys.
Oh my god. I heard it that time then because I heard it was like a.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea we listen, guys, if you tune in really tight, you know how we tuned in the other night?
Mm-hmm.
Just tune in for a second, and you can hear talking. I'm gonna shut this door so we don't have any.
Okay. This is the room that a lot of my guests over the years heard things and also seen an Indian walking through here. They only seen half his body, but they knew it was an Indian. Everyone said it. Hello, is there anybody here with us? Who's making that growling sound? Whoa. That ceiling fan's moving, Joe. Rob, do you see it? There's no power here. I just looked up and noticed it. Wow. There's something here. No, we're borrowing the neighbor's power for the light that we do have on in here. And we have flashlights and candles. Who did this? Show yourself. Just got real blurry. I just heard something. Whoa. Okay, I'm in here all alone right now. They're all outside. It's pretty bad when I get creeped out from my own house. I used to live in for 15 years. I never really got creeped out that much when I lived here. Everybody else did. But coming back to it, being empty like this, after everything that's happened, it's a very unsettling feeling. I think I'm feeling now what everybody else felt. It's definitely a very unsettling feeling.
Are you ready to get out of here, Patty?
Yes, I am. A lot of weird things just happened since you guys have been out there. I heard different sounds. I think I heard what you guys heard. I think...
Yeah, like a growling?
Yeah,
like
I'm pretty sure my camera picked it up. I was just saying how, you know, all the years I lived here, I never felt creeped out like everybody else did, but now it's a whole different thing now, you know, after everything that's happened.
Sometimes when you're in it, I guess you don't realize, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Very true. Because coming back to this home now, after everything that's happened and not living here for 2.5 years, and I don't know, it just feels very dark in here. I mean, I know it's dark in here because of the fact that there's no electricity, but I could have sworn I just seen something back there.
And I'm telling you, when we were walking out of there before, when we were getting the extension cord, I heard something over there, Patty. And then I saw something. It looked like somebody went across the room.
The last time I saw my son was at the end of that hallway. I followed him down this hallway, and because he was up pacing the floors, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I followed him around to see if he was okay, and he went to turn to go in his room, and that was the last time I ever saw him. That's why I couldn't live here anymore. I couldn't do it. I would never be able to walk down that hallway again and feel the same. I just couldn't live here. I'm glad now that I've moved. Plus I have a much nicer house now than this one. This was a lot older, kind of on a busy road. Okay. Yes, I do. Buy house, and whatever is evil here, you must stay here or leave. Banish into hell. You should not be allowed to live in no one's house. That freaking ceiling fan's running now. Look. I'm telling you, Joe.
I don't like this at all.
I don't like this. That's moving now. This is the kind of things that happen when we lived here.
Hey guys, the ceiling fan is spinning.
Yes.
Like, no kidding, it's spinning. We didn't even go near it.
The one in the living room. Alright, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Buy house. Lots of good memories here. But a very, very bad one. Very bad.
You alright? Yeah.
Good and bad.
Yeah. Come on, Patty, love you.
Love you. We're at Mike and Gary's grave. We just said a prayer in front of their grave. This is the first time Joe and Rob has been to their grave. It's kind of cold out here right now, but we're going to walk over here real quick. Christine was buried with her son now. It's okay. I'll walk right behind you. That way I have some light.
Am I heading the right way?
Yep. It's right over here by this tree.
This one right here?
Somewhere down here. I'll have to look. Oh, it's the next tree back. From what I understand, she was placed here last Friday. Her daughter told me.
This past Friday?
I believe so. She was cremated, so I believe that her ashes are here with him right now. And I would do an EVP session here, but I'll wait. I want to do it with her daughter.
We ever find out where she's buried now?
She's buried right here. She was cremated and they put her ashes here with her son. Yeah. Hi, Christina. It was great meeting you. I know that you're with your son now. I hope that I was able to give you some peace and comfort in your heart before you went home to be with your son. Wow, life is just so short. You just never know. Do you hear something?
Yeah.
What do you hear?
Somebody was talking. You heard that too, right? Back there? You heard somebody talking back there? Because I sure did. Oh. Could have been off the highway, maybe. I don't know.
Not either. Thought I heard something too, but I wasn't
Calling
sure.
tonight. This is cold.
Yes, it is cold.
Actually, today was very touch and go.
Rest in peace, Mike. Rest in peace, Gary. We love you guys and we miss you. Yes, that was sitting on his grave. Little ladybug. Heather left this little coffee cup for him. It had coffee in it and a cigarette on the, like on the outside of it.
Yeah, I glued it on there.
Well, Mike was born in 65, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I was born in 68.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was like 4 years younger than I was.
I used to have a paintbrush on my car and I would dust it off.
Yeah.
It is off.
I wonder if you can, like, you know, see, like, you clean these somehow. There must be something you can clean these up with.
I believe
It's
so.
kinda like grass.
Yeah, I believe so.
Like, look how beautiful that flower looks. You know?
I
Doesn't
know. They're very pretty.
it? And then this one probably, on Gary's grave, could probably be shined up too again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because it's kind of lost its shine a little bit.
A little bit. It's still beautiful. Right?
Yes, definitely. Like when we have little birthday times, the holidays, we just come in and set up. They bring like one of the big tents for us out here and set it up out here. Bring chairs and balloon releases and things like that on Gary's birthday. We've done it every year so far. March 22nd,
What about Mike's birthday?
October 12th.
Yeah, his just passed. That's
Yeah.
right.
And Gary's his last birthday this year, Mike was here with us. I have a video of him in the back. You can see him in the background cleaning up everything and putting it in the car. How many times Mike's came here and sat right there in a chair. He put a chair right here in the same spot and just sit here and talk to Gary. All the time. All the time. Love you guys. Bye-bye.